Good. Full of blood.
I'm good looking in the monster nation. Mr. Real World wants to meet you. He's waiting for the moon to greet you. Mr. Snake with a poison touch wants to catch you in a midnight crush. Got a friend you know you can trust. He's a boogeyman, he's wild.
Thank you, okay. Now, this is pleasant enough, but it doesn't sustain us. But to get real nourishment, we have to take our food directly from the source. And it becomes more difficult constantly. People are so well educated these days. It's all those horror films and television. Everybody knows about garlic and steaks through the heart.
Yes, we all have our cross to bear.
I'd rather you didn't use that word.
What's this?
Oh, that's a monster's genealogical chart. You see, first we have the primate monsters, vampires, werewolves, and ghouls. Now, a vampire and a werewolf would produce a werevamp. But a werewolf and a ghoul would produce a were-ghoul. But a vampire and a ghoul would produce a vam-ghoul. A were-ghoul and a were-vamp would produce a shatty. Now, a were-ghoul and a vam-ghoul would produce a maddie. But a were-vamp and a vam-ghoul would produce a ratty. Now, if a shatty were to mate with a ratty or a maddie, the results would be a mock. A mock. Frankly, that's just a polite name for a mongrel. You know, it's quite simple, really. All you have to do is remember the basic rules of monsterdom. Vampires suck, werewolves hunt, ghouls tear. Shaddies lick, maddies yawn, mocks blow. But shadmocks only whistle.
Shadmocks?
If a mock were to mate with any of the other hybrids, their offsprings would be called shatmocks.
And they only whistle.
Well, they don't do it very often.
Doesn't sound too terrifying.
Oh, but you should see the results of a shadmock's whistling. Shadmocks are the lowest in the monster hierarchy. Yet they have this power.
What happens when a shadmock whistles?
I heard of a man once who saw the results of a shadmock's whistling. That's all he saw. And yet...
He's been like that for the past 6 months. If we only knew what was going on behind those staring eyes, we might be able to help him. He was found under extraordinary and inexplicable circumstances.
Anything?
Nothing of use to us.
Maybe we ought to look for proper jobs.
We'll be slaves all our lives. No, what we need is a big one. One big break. Someone we can take for all this work. With enough money, we might even get married. Well, here's something. Antiquary requires secretary to have catalogue collection and prepare new book. Some of those old fools have got stuff that's worth thousands. Gold melted down, untraceable.
Not very likely. They'll bring enough money. Time for a house.